You're here because you want to keep your brain sharp as you age. Maybe you've noticed a few more "where did I put my keys?" moments. Or maybe you're simply being proactive, wanting to protect your memory and mental clarity for years to come. Most people believe cognitive decline is just a natural part of aging. They think memory slips are inevitable after 50, no matter what you do. But that's not entirely true. Research now shows that certain habits, even small everyday actions, can dramatically influence how well your brain functions later in life. In fact, some neuroscientists believe that up to 40% of dementia cases could be delayed or even prevented with lifestyle changes. In this video, we'll walk through 5 powerful, research-backed habits that can help protect your memory, sharpen your thinking, and support long-term brain health. Starting right now. Let's begin. Habit 1. Move your body daily. Exercise isn't just good for your heart and muscles. It's one of the single most powerful ways to support brain health. When you move your body, you increase blood flow to your brain. That blood carries oxygen, glucose, and nutrients, all essential for keeping brain cells alive and active. But there's more. Regular physical activity also triggers the release of something called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. BDNF acts like fertilizer for your brain. It helps grow new brain cells, strengthens connections between neurons, and even improves mood and focus. A major study in the journal Neurology found that people in their 50s and 60s who exercised regularly had better memory and thinking skills 10 years later, compared to those who didn't. And it doesn't have to be intense. A brisk 30-minute walk, some light strength training, or even gardening can help. The key is consistency, so if you're wondering where to start by moving. Habit 2. Stay socially connected. Loneliness isn't just painful, it's dangerous. It can shrink parts of the brain involved in memory and decision-making. In fact, the Harvard study of adult development, one of the longest-running studies in history, found that strong social relationships were one of the best predictors of long-term cognitive health. When we engage with others, talking, laughing, sharing stories, we're activating many parts of the brain at once. This helps keep neural networks strong and flexible. Socializing also reduces stress and inflammation, 2 major risk factors for brain decline. Whether it's calling a friend, joining a walking group, volunteering, or attending a local class, meaningful connection matters. It's not about how many people you know, it's about feeling seen, heard, and valued. So nourish your relationships. They're medicine for the brain. Habit 3. Feed your brain, literally. What you eat affects how you think. The brain uses a huge amount of energy, about 20% of the body's total, so it needs quality fuel. Diets high in processed foods, added sugars, and unhealthy fats can promote inflammation in the brain. This has been linked to memory loss and slower thinking. But on the flip side, brain-healthy diets can help protect cognitive function, especially after 50. One of the most studied is the MIND diet, a blend of the Mediterranean and DASH diets. It emphasizes leafy greens and colorful vegetables, berries, especially blueberries, nuts and seeds, whole grains, olive oil, and fatty fish like salmon or sardines. A small amount of wine, if you choose, is also part of the plan. Studies show that older adults who closely followed the MIND diet reduced their risk of Alzheimer's by up to 53%. So, think of each meal as a chance to protect your mind. You're not just eating for today, you're investing in the years ahead. Habit 4. Keep learning new things. Use it or lose it. That phrase is especially true for the brain. Lifelong learning keeps your mind agile. It strengthens existing neural pathways and helps build new ones. And no, you don't have to go back to school. Even small challenges count. Learning a new hobby, picking up a language, trying a different recipe, or reading about something unfamiliar. These all keep the brain engaged. Neuroscientists call this cognitive reserve, the brain's ability to adapt and compensate for age-related changes. Think of it like a savings account. The more mental deposits you make over the years, the better your brain can handle stress, aging, or even disease. In one study published in the Journal of Gerontology, older adults who engaged in new learning activities for just 6 weeks showed significant improvements in memory and processing speed. So keep exploring. Your curiosity is one of your sharpest tools. Habit 5. Protect your sleep. This one often gets overlooked, but it shouldn't. Sleep is not a luxury. It's a biological necessity, especially for the brain. During sleep, your brain does some of its most important work. It clears out toxins, processes memories, repairs cells, and resets your emotional balance. One of the toxins it removes is beta amyloid, the sticky protein linked to Alzheimer's disease. When we don't get enough deep, restful sleep, beta amyloid builds up. Over time, this buildup can interfere with memory, focus, and decision-making. In one study from Nature Neuroscience, researchers found that even a single night of poor sleep in older adults increased beta amyloid levels in the brain. Chronic sleep deprivation was associated with faster cognitive decline. The recommendation? Most adults need 7 to 8 hours of high-quality sleep per night. And if you're over 50, that sleep often needs protecting. Here are a few tips. Stick to a regular sleep schedule, even on weekends. Keep your bedroom cool, quiet, and dark. Avoid screens for at least an hour before bed. Limit caffeine after 2 p.m. And create a relaxing bedtime routine, such as reading or gentle stretching. If you're having persistent trouble sleeping, it's worth speaking to your doctor. Sleep apnea and other disorders become more common with age and can quietly damage brain health if left untreated. Think of sleep as your brain's nightly cleaning crew. Without it, things start to pile up, and memory is one of the first areas to suffer. So, what does this all mean? Here's the good news. Your brain is more adaptable than you've been told. Yes, aging brings changes, but decline isn't inevitable. You have far more influence over your cognitive health than you may realize. To recap, here are the 5 habits that support a sharper mind after 50. Move your body daily, stay socially connected, feed your brain with nutritious foods, keep learning and challenging your mind, and prioritize high-quality sleep. None of these require perfection, just steady, caring attention. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Start small. Pick one habit and begin today. Even a 10-minute walk or one phone call to a friend counts. Every choice you make sends a signal to your brain, a signal that says, I want to stay engaged, I want to stay well, and the brain listens.